people. What my body tells you. What do you mean? Like, my body doesn't talk. Oh, yes, it does. Your body has wisdom, you know, that kind of thing. So
it seems like the busier that life is, the less in tune to this we are.
I know.
We get so caught up in the everyday stuff, and, you know, so we have to
know.
be mindful and take that time to, you know.
Yeah, and then the more you practice, like, you just become dependent on it, not in a bad way, but because it's such a help that you just kind of like use it. Like, I just use it all the time. Sometimes I don't even realize I'm doing it, you know, because this is discrete, you know, which helps. Okay, so am I feeling blank because of something someone said? Who? Name different people possible for evoking strong emotion. Muscle test each person to see if there's a strong or weak. Weak means the person potentially had a negative impact on the client. So see how you can do this with a client, and how that can provide a lot of clarity for you as the practitioner, and for them if you're making them part of the discussion. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay. Muscle test solutions to the problem. Would it be beneficial to talk to the person? We think we know it, right? Yes, encourage them to talk to the person. Maybe not. You might muscle test, and the muscle testing may say, no, it will not be beneficial for Joe to talk to his mother-in-law about this. Okay? Highest and best interest to talk to a peer in and out of work. Is it in Joe's highest and best interest to talk to Samantha at work or out of work or about work? You know, you can get really specific. Is it beneficial to not say anything to anyone at work? Would it be beneficial for Joe to write about it? Okay, should he write in a journal? Should he write a letter? Who should he write a letter to? Can you see how that information that Joe may not be able to give, or Joe may give you the information that he's consciously aware of? This muscle testing helps you reach the subconscious. What is Joe really feeling that Joe may not even be aware of that he's feeling? And then, okay, so what modality should I use today with Joe? EMDR, CBT, EFT? Do you guys know what emotional freedom technique is? Tapping? Does anybody not know? You don't know? Okay, we'll talk about it. Emotional freedom technique is tapping meridian points. And the purpose is anything from getting relief from anxiety to moving. So you're moving energy. Even talk therapy is moving energy. But when you're tapping on meridians, you're literally moving that emotion too. And EFT just has certain points that you tap on. So I put a chart in your handout, so we'll talk about it. And like I said, regular talk therapy, you can ask, should I do a combo? You know, should I do 2 modalities? And then the starting point. Where should I start with Joe? You know? Okay, you could sit down for a bit, and then we're going to do, the next thing we'll do is this chart. Yes, you can. All negative or lower emotional states tend to have lower vibrations and frequencies. That's pretty believable, right? I mean, and so this map of consciousness by Dr. David R. Hawkins, he is an MD and a PhD, and it's a chart that allows you to measure where you're at currently in your stage of growth, currently in your stage of emotion, currently, you know, in your stage of whatever you're asking. So with muscle testing, you want to set the intention, of what you're asking. What information are you trying to get? And you don't want to give a big old paragraph. You want to kind of try to keep it simple. Okay, I'm trying to determine, you know, how I'm feeling about my mother-in-law. Okay, you know, am I feeling happy? Am I feeling sad? So you don't want to ask, you don't want to make it too complex and complicated, because you'll have a harder time getting accurate information. This is the same chart, it's just formatted in a different way. And so you can even make your own chart. You really can, you know, if you want to. You could figure out, okay, what are the different emotional states I go through or a person goes through? And what would the numbers be? Like if somebody had shame, what do I think their vibration would be? And you can muscle test. If somebody, just somebody in general has shame, what number would I give them? 10, 20, and then write it down. You could ask specific for a person. Okay, I want to do a map of consciousness for Joe. What number should I give Joe for shame? So really, the sky's the limit in terms of what you can do with the muscle testing. This is the same information as the other. Okay. So, what I would like to do, one, remember, if anybody shares anything with anybody, remember confidentiality, just be mindful of keeping that, But I want you guys to pair up, and you're going to use muscle testing to figure out somebody's vibration. That's all. Don't even look at what the numbers mean, because then your head gets in it. Oops. Okay? Just don't even look at